actions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the subscriber contracts. And today's contract, Summer Barbecue, set in Whittleton Creek. And the contract ID is on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a go at it, and has been supplied to us today, courtesy of Paul Anderson, 37. So moving on to our briefing, there is a barbecue being hosted, but 47 has not had an invite. Please show them some manners. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them. All must be eliminated whilst wearing our suit. 1 via electrocution accident, 1 via injected poison, 1 via pistol elimination, and 2 via accident explosion. So we also have no disguise change. We can only eliminate our targets. No bodies can be found excluding accidents and poisons, and we cannot be recorded as our objectives. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the default location, and we'll be having a micro remote explosive stored up in the park shed, and we'll be bringing with us a lethal syringe, a micro remote taser, and our silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to waste not a second in moving, and we need to retrieve our taser here and the briefcase and head directly to our first target, who is just across the street from us, and we need to get rid of him before the jogger lady, who is currently heading up the road, gets here. Now, she has actually stopped for a quick breather, but she will be moving again very shortly. So we're just going to throw our briefcase behind our target to distract him, select our lethal syringe and jab him in the back as we casually walk away. And he will be found momentarily, and the panic will ensue. In the meantime, and while that is happening, we are going to set up another couple of our eliminations. So we're going to make our way straight into Nolan Cassidy's garage. We're going to grab the wrench from the shelf there, and then we're going to head all the way to Mrs. West's house and one of our targets, who will be located over in that direction. So there is the jogger lady. She's found her victim there. So we're going to quickly drop our taser by the fire hydrant on the corner, make our way up to the pink van up ahead of us, and that is the young lady in front of it, our target. We're going to select our exploding micro remote, and we're going to place that on the far side of the van from the young lady, and then we're going to move back to the fire hydrant. And at this point, most of the panic should have calmed down, although the guards have only just arrived. But luckily it isn't considered an accident, so panic is minimum. I should look where I'm running. And once we get back to the fire hydrant, all we have to do now is await the arrival of the politician. So the young lady is going to return to her position on the corner of the road and then jog off again. Or in fact, no, she's already off already. The guard is going to be removing the body. There's the jogger lady getting back in position. And in a few moments, the politician will make his way along. And as he comes down the path out of the park area, we are going to use our wrench on the fire hydrant That will attract the attention of the politician. We can then move a safe distance away and select our taser detonator. Make sure we pick the right detonator. And once the politician is in position, we can then detonate the taser, and that will take care of him. And he does take a very theatrical way down. And while we're still in view of the pink van and our target is in position, we may as well deal with her as well. There we go. So we have only 2 more targets remaining, one of which is located on the upper floor of the Wilson's house and is completely isolated. He is an explosion kill as well, so we're going to need another propane cylinder. There just so happens to be one next door at the house for sale, and we know where the keys are. So we're just going to approach the plant pot on the right, grab the door keys, let ourselves in, make our way into the kitchen, ignoring the janitor, and grab the propane cylinder, and then we can head to the Wilson's property. We'll go out the back way. It's a little bit quicker, I think, not much, but a little bit. And into the Wilson's property next door and up the stairs, and we are going to disturb our target, who seems to want to be alone. So all we're going to do is approach him, and as soon as he claps eyes on us, he will excuse himself, and we can then position ourselves behind him nicely and render him unconscious. We're then going to reposition our propane cylinder a little more effectively and move a safe distance away, pull out our silenced pistol, and we're going to put 2 holes in the propane cylinder and send our friend on a quick flying lesson. Unfortunately, he only got as far as the door, as he's not learned how to fly and open doors as he goes. So that leaves us with one last target, and they are located out by the creek, and they are the pistol elimination, which comes in handy, and you'll see why. Once we get to the creek shed, or once we even open this gate here, you'll notice that the creek shed is open and the guard is panicking. There is the jogger lady, who is also not jogging. So we're getting a lot of warning signs that basically the propane cylinder in the shed narrowly avoided eliminating our last target for us, as it has detonated itself. So while all that panic is going on, we're going to take the opportunity to ring the bell on the bike. That will get the attention of Mr. Lafayette here, and we can then render him unconscious, and we can very cautiously drop him into the shed, hoping no one outside can spot us, as we cannot close the door. We're going to hide him in the closet as quickly as we can, and my suspicions are confirmed. There is a big black mark up against the wall and no propane cylinder in the room. So this is a glitch that happens every now and again, and one of the propane cylinders we detonate will trigger this one to detonate itself in sympathy. So once our final target is leaning against the shed, we can then ring the bell on the bike. That will get our target's attention, and when he comes round to investigate, we can then finally plant 2 in his back, and again we're going to hide his body in the chest in the shed, hoping no one is passing by and looking in. Although I think the only 2 people remotely who would come close are the postman, who's not currently around, and the politician, who we've already dealt with. So all we're going to do now to make good our escape is approach the JCB, retrieve the crowbar from the side of it, and then open up the nearby manhole cover and while the construction worker isn't looking, we can exit Whittleton Creek. So there we go, one more subscriber contract taken care of, and we get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan, and we've managed to meet all of our objectives, gaining us a Silent Assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.